Hello, welcome back to another episode of Leo Interviews. Today we have Don Stone with us.
Hello, my name is Don Stone. I'm the author of Keeping Busy, Key Business Basics. It's a book that goes over all the things you need to know about starting a business, structuring a business, and maintaining it and protecting it. I worked the last 8 years with one of the industry leaders in business formations doing customer service and escalations. And I've helped thousands of people with their businesses doing formations and then trademarks and different things like that.
Okay. Perfect. I love protecting businesses because businesses matter. And so protecting them, well, I guess really everyone should protect their business.
Yeah. The thing is that most people that go into starting a business don't know what their options are. They don't know what things mean. They don't know everything that goes into it. And I just created a resource where, a lot of people don't know what questions to ask, where to find answers. And hopefully this book will help a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where can people find your book and what is the name?
The book is Keeping Busy, Key Business Basics. It's available right now on Amazon and paperback. I'm doing some updates, so it will be on Kindle very shortly.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on when this video comes out, probably it might be on Kindle or it could still be on Amazon. But in that case, all my viewers, go help support Don because protecting your business always matters.
Yeah. Like I said, people really, when they get into these things, do not understand all the complexities, everything that's involved. One gentleman I had helped, he had a surf shop on the beach in California, and he was doing very well and getting a really good reputation. And business started to drop off, and he didn't understand why. And then he found out somebody had opened another surf shop with the same name on the same street as him. Okay, and he didn't know how to stop him. He didn't know. He was wondering if a trademark would take care of that. When he opened the business, he did it as a DBA in the county where the business is at. The other people went to the state and got an LLC. And once the state doesn't check the counties. So they legally gave the other people the name, not knowing there was another business. And I told them, unfortunately, at this point, if they've already got the business name, the trademarks, they're not going to be able to stop. So they have no choice at this point but to go to an attorney, and it's going to probably cost them tens of thousands of dollars to either sue, or they're going to have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to totally rebrand, because they didn't stop to think when their business started doing well, they should have upgraded to an LLC, or they should have done a trademark, and they didn't know that. So they didn't know they weren't protected. So that's why I want to continue helping people to know the ins and outs and what questions they need to ask and where they need to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like so many people don't understand that. I think this happened recently with something, but this guy was creating this I guess company based off this TV show or something, and there's another person, or there was another company in Turkey, I think, I'm not too sure, but they had nothing to do with his business, but yet they still got his name. And so it was this whole process, and I think he had to shut most stuff down, and they had to take some videos off his website, or off YouTube. It was this whole crazy scandal. So that's why, protecting your business, like your business name, and I guess also protecting your business from criminals as well, is also good.
Right. And young adults, as well as older people, don't understand everything that's involved. And everything in my book is not going to apply to everybody's business, but they still need to check them. You can't just assume these things don't apply to you. You need to do your research. You need to do a business plan, and you need to check all these things out. Because I helped so many people that got themselves in so much trouble, and they didn't understand And then once you get in trouble and things like this happen, a business could turn into a money pit. And then people are surprised that if they don't want the business anymore, they still have to close it, and that's more money, you know. So they've sunk tens of thousands of dollars into something that didn't work because they didn't plan properly and didn't prepare properly, and then they got to pay more to get rid of it. Yeah, and all that stuff's explained in the book, because I go over what types of businesses there are, how to write a business plan, what kind of license and permits you may need, how to get an EIN, a DUNS number, and then how to do a trademark, because there's 3 types of trademarks: trademark business name, trademark a logo, trademark catchphrase or slogan. The book includes like all of the Secretary of State's information, the IRS for an EIN, and a bunch of stuff that people wouldn't know where to look or ask for these things. And then it also goes, there's a glossary of terms. What does everything mean? And then it also has all the Secretary of State's information when you're trying to start the business. And every state's different. You need to do your research to see what's required in your state for your type of business. So there's a lot of complicated stuff, and I try to explain things in as simple terms as I can, so that people can understand. The average person can understand. So I think it's very good for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think you with your story of the guy in the shop, like it just shows how quickly, like if you don't protect your business, how quickly how things can take a turn.
Yeah, because like I said, DBA is fine for a small business starting out, but you have no personal protections. And then LLCs and corporations are a little more complicated, but you do have some protections as long as you're not breaking any laws and you've kept your business and personal finances separate. If something happens with the business, they can't take your personal property. You need to protect those things. And then, like I said, the trademark, what trademarks are concerned with is called brand confusion. So two businesses can have the same name as long as they're not doing 2 similar type of things. Like there's Delta Faucet and Delta Airlines. They both have the name Delta because one's an airline and one's hardware, whatever, plumbing. They can have the same name, right? And then also when you're choosing a name, you have to search everything separately. You have to, if you're getting your URL or your email address, you're also looking at doing it out, like say an LLC, and thinking about a trademark. All those things are searched separately. They may not, your business name may not be available in all of those. Like I had a lot of people complaining that they went and got a URL, so they think they have to have that business name, but that business name didn't turn out to be available, and then they had to get another URL. And so you need to do your research. I mean, the company I worked for, I would still highly recommend. But the problem with that company is not the company, but it's that people don't do their own research. They don't check these things themselves. They just go on, say, I need a business, start a business, and then it doesn't always all work out. So hopefully, like I said, I want to continue to help people and give people the information that they need. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think what you're doing is amazing, because people don't really know too much of how to protect your business, and I think you really will help a lot of people, especially with your book as well.
Right. Like I said, I tried to explain everything in simple terms, so hopefully, the average person can get it. But like it is a lot of information, so it might feel daunting, but at least it gives you a guide when you're doing your research, the things that you need to check. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. What was your biggest challenge? Having people understand that their business could be in danger, and that's why you need to protect it.
Well, when people are in trouble like that, they're calling for help. First thing they want to do is be heard and listened to, and to know that somebody understands. And so I'm pretty good with that. I mean, there were very few times when a person, even if I couldn't help them, didn't leave the call feeling better, you know, because they understand what's going on and what happened, you know. So, like I said, hopefully this book will go a long ways to helping people understand, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it or not. Like I said, it's only in paperback right now. So, but I'm really pleased with the way it turned out.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I think your book, I'm just going to say it might be a bestseller. Who knows? Because like the thing is, like, people, like, I think this just boils down to, like, people don't actually really know too much of how to protect their business. And I keep saying it over and over again because, well, it's kind of the truth. So I think, you know, you'll get sales for the book. I think it's going to be a good book. Yeah.
Like I'm in a similar position to them. It's like, I know everything about maintaining a business. I don't really know anything about promoting my book. And promoting your book costs money, you know. So I'm on a learning curve just like everybody. You know, everybody has their things they know and they're expert at, and then other, you know, there's other things you need help. You know, yeah. Okay. And I'm planning on starting a consulting at least to help people get where they can ask questions that relate to things in the book. So I'm working on doing that now.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. What is the biggest piece of financial advice that you could give to someone?
Do your research. You don't know how much things are going to cost. Everything has to be checked separately. You know, there's a cost to everything. And, you know, doing your research and being prepared, doing a business plan. If you're doing a business plan, that can help you get financing. It can get, you know, if you're going for any kind of grants or anything like that, having a well-done business plan and mapping things out. And the other thing is your business plan needs to be flexible. In other words, you may need to pivot it when you're doing your research. You need to be able to do that. My example is when I was starting the book, my original intention was to do a blog like you or some YouTube videos. And then, but I said, I better write everything down so I have everything straight. And so I wrote everything down, and I was like, oh, there's enough for a book here. So I pivoted my plan and started with the book. Yeah. So research is key to avoid, and then, like I say in the book, sometimes these extra expenses, and then if you haven't done your research, come months or years down the road. You may find out, you know, a couple of years from now you didn't do something right, and then you have to redo everything, and then you have to rebrand, and it gets really expensive if you don't do your research. Okay?
Yeah, that's why doing your research is like one of the most important things that a person can do.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's great what you're doing to help younger people know these things and share their stories and their pains and their successes. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Of course. We are doing a special secret announcement. If you guys made this far into the video, well, comment the word Leo Spotify, because we just released our podcast episodes on Spotify. Type Leo interviews and you should be able to find it depending on when this video comes out. We might have 3 videos, we might have multiple, it all depends, but go to Spotify and type in the little search bar wherever it may be, Leo interviews, and you guys will find us there. And you can also find our hats that just came out at leointerviews.com. We're also making more and new hats and other cool stuff, so you guys can check that out at leointerviews.com and Spotify. Back to the podcast. Are you ready for the final question?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, but what's this? Before we have to do the final question, we have to also help promote you as well, because, I mean, you've been an amazing guest on today's podcast. So is there maybe a website, link, socials, or really just anything where people can find out more about you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So my website is keepingbusy.com. It's KEYPING bizzee.com. It goes over what's in the book. There's a about me and what the book's helping to impart to people, and also there's a link to purchase the book on Amazon and on the website. Okay. And there's also, and you can also email me through the website too if you want to email me with direct questions.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, go if you have any questions, go to Don's website to email him personally. And as always, are you ready to move on to the final question?
Yes.
Okay. Before we continue, though, here's what you need to know about this question. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. I am about to mention 2 sodas. You have to choose to drink one of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, I'm in Texas, so.
Okay. All right. One of them is a Pepsi. The other is a Sprite. Which one are you choosing?
Sprite.
I'm assuming that's A because of less sugar and is probably just pretty good both, or a Shirley Temple.
So I don't like Coke or Pepsi, so that's why I chose Sprite.
Oh, okay.
I would probably more prefer to drink like a Dr. Pepper Zero.
Yeah. I don't really drink too many sodas. I just stick to water because water sustains life, so
Same
drinking
here.
it's good.
Same here. Yeah. Matter of fact, I keep a big thing of water right here.
Well, it's now officially tied. Pepsi's at 7 points. So is Sprite. It's the first one to 10. I'm ready to see how this plays out. This is going to be a pretty interesting battle. Each person, when they make a vote, it's 1 point. So 3 people could vote for Pepsi. They could vote for Sprite. Who knows? It's going to be a tough one. But we'll see who comes out on top.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Any other questions?
I think that's it. As always, guys, go buy your hat. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and kick the bell button. And as always, it was nice chatting with you.
Oh, and thank you, Leo, for your time. I really appreciate this.
Yes,
and
of course.
You have a great day. Okay.
Thanks. You too. Well, until next time, guys. Bye.